Amici di Zone, siamo a Rehab con Monsieur Flabaire. Allora, the first question is every year in our university, the Unibit Festival show up the most underground DJs of the EMD music. So how is it fundamental or important the sharing and the development of that style in the university range of age?
I think it's when universities like people from 20 to 25 years old, and it's the best age for party, So this music is closely related to party as well, and
The perfect age.
yeah, and I think it's good that people from this age can try to listen to something else than what the mainstream culture gives to them, like the big names, like Rihanna or something. I think it's good that they have an alternative choice.
So it's important to share this.
Yeah, I think it's very important, and it's important, and I think the people wants it as well. I know where I'm from in Paris, the young people, they ask for this kind of stuff, They ask for alternative music and underground.
The new
events.
smell of music.
Yeah, because some people are tired of the same shit on the radio every day, I think it's good.
It's good. So, and made a track today and composed with a sample is usual, no?
Yeah.
And how important and useful they are for you? Because I know that in an interview you said that the porno films on 70s are so good for the samples.
Yeah, I said that. Well, actually, some producers, they work a lot with samples. I don't use that much sample. Like before being a house producer, I'm a musician, so I like to. Even if I use some samples, I like to have my touch, some play, some.
A little bit.
Yeah, some synth part or something. I think maybe just using only a sample and looping it is not very interesting, at least for a producer, from a producer side of view. But if you can add your touch around it and make your own beat and make your synth or melodic lines,
Yeah.
Like there's some great producer that can work with samples, but in such a unique way, like Pepe Braddock, or all the producers from the 90s. They had. It's not just using a sample. It's like taking a sample and putting your touch into it. And it's nice. For me, I use samples sometimes, but not like
not only the samples and play
and it's
on
true.
the samples.
70s porn music
it's the best.
It's very good for sample because it was kind of a copy of the mainstream music at that time, which was soul and disco, but it was just like a simpler version of it, which is very nice to sample because you don't have vocals, you don't have.
No,
just have
only instrumental.
Yeah, bass, keyboards, and drums, and maybe some and it's perfect to sample.
No, so perfect for the drop is
amazing.
Okay, after the porno movie, there is always better. You love the prog rock, the psychedelic, the folk music. You're a musician. You told that. And you are on fun du rock. You say on fun du rock.
Yes.
And how is the approach to your label, the D.KO? That is so different, like to the rock. How is possible? You are the boss. We can say it for the D.KO.
Well,
the difference between your label and your kind of style, how is mixed?
Well, actually, I'm one of the bosses. We are actually 4 of us to run the label, and each one of us, we have a different musical background. I'm more into the rock side, as well as my friend Tio, who works. We're the rock guys, and Gabriel, the other one, he's more into electronic music and soul, disco stuff.
So it's a mix of styles.
Yeah, it's a mix of different influences. And, for me, I grew up into rock music because my father had a psychedelic rock band in the 60s, so he...
My father too.
Yeah.
He played the guitar, so
Yeah, so I grew up with this, and my older brother, he's into the Nirvana generation, you know?
the grunge.
Yeah, so I grew up with it. Like, I learned how to play the piano by learning the Beatles songs and this stuff, so it's my first, it's like where I come from. And then I discovered jazz and then electronic music.
I
and,
saw Miles Davis. Your influence is so strong.
Yeah, as an artist, who isn't influenced by Miles Davis, even if he doesn't knows it?
Yeah.
Like, you're of course influenced by Miles Davis, but and then I learned, like, I'm from rock, but I usually say you can like chicken and fish, so you can like rock and disco and house music. It's not, I don't think it's contradictory,
Against, yeah.
So it's cool. Sometimes I try to I think that's what gives the melodic touch that I try to put in my music. It's more from the folk and rock side, and then there's the electronic.
Because you love the synthesizer, you love the hard bass line.
Yeah.
And talk about your babies when you plays. I called it babies. How is your controllers for the live sets?
So for the live set, I used to have a lot of stuff while playing live, a lot of hardware, and I stopped because it wasn't reliable. I was like 10 minutes before playing a live show, I was, man, it's not working. How am I gonna do? And I was super stressed. So now I have a laptop, which is very reliable.
Yeah.
A controller, an Akai controller.
Everything from the laptop.
Yeah, and a drum machine, Korg Electric drum machine. So it's less stress for me, and actually it gives me more freedom to put different melodies and samples. It's more wide, And then in the studio,
Wide view of everything, and you
yeah,
can...
because when you have a hardware, you're limited to a certain workflow. With a computer, it's much more wide. You can put 10 different bass lines for the same track if you want.
That you loves.
Yeah.
So the last question for us is that your last work is the album in this March 2016. It's just a silly phase I'm going through. And in this September, the EP of it's called Memories from Outer Space.
Yep.
But now my question is, maybe is an astronaut phase that time, or what?
I don't know. The title track, Memories from Outer Space, I wrote it actually for my album. And then I sent some demos at that time to a producer who has a label, and he told me, "Oh man, I really want to build an EP around the track Memories from Outer Space."
Yep.
So I said, "Okay, I'm gonna take it off the album." And in the end, we never did the record together. So I had this track that I really wanted to release. I think was really powerful.
Obviously.
And then I had those 3 other tracks that I did during the months following, and the following months, and I don't know, they made sense together. I think they fit. They have the same spacey vibe. It's like house funky, but there's a
Space Odyssey.
Yeah,
like
spacey, and that's where the rock and the house come together. I think, when you listen to Pink Floyd, for example, there's this mental, hypnotic vibe that you can find again also in electronic music.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, the merging point. And so actually the track wasn't called Memories from Outer Space, and I found that name. I'm usually pretty bad at finding names. You see, I'm called Flabaire, so I'm pretty shitty.
No, come on.
And yeah, that made sense. It had the same space, like astronaut vibe. So
The space of the mind.
Yeah.
The space of the mind is important.
Like science fiction vibe,
So
Yeah.
thank you, DJ
Well,
Flabaire.
thank you, with
And
pleasure.
if you want to say something to our students and to the people from the REAB in French, if you want.
Well, good luck for your studies.
Yeah.
I tried to study. I did 4
Month?
years of the 4 first year of every time a different subject. It didn't work out, so I wish you better than me. I hope you're better than me in your studies.
Thank you so much, Mr. Flabaire.
Ciao.